Mitosis and meiosis. Prior to meiosis, each chromosome thickens and coils and makes an exact duplicate of itself. Early prophase, the centrioles divide, form asters, and move apart. The nuclear membrane begins to disintegrate. In late prophase, the centrioles and asters are at opposite poles. The nucleolus and nuclear membrane have almost disappeared. Doubled chromosome centromeres attach to the spindle fibers. In metaphase, they line up at mid-cell. In early anaphase, the centromeres split. Half the chromosomes move to one pole and half to the other pole. In late anaphase, the chromosomes have almost reached their respective poles. The cell membrane begins to pinch at the center. The cell membrane completes constriction in telophase. Nuclear membranes form around the separated chromosome. Mitosis is now completed. There are two cells with the same structures and number of chromosomes as the parent cell. At the onset of meiosis, DNA strands thicken in the chromosomes. Homologous or like chromosomes begin to approach each other. Homologous chromosomes paired form bivalents. The centrioles divide and move to opposite poles in the cell. The bivalents duplicate to form tetrads, or 4 chromatid groups. The nuclear membrane disintegrates, crossing over occurs. In metaphase 1, the tetrads attach to spindle fibers at their centromeres, line up at the mid-cell. In early anaphase 1, the tetrads separate and the paired chromatids move along the spindle to their respective centrioles. In late anaphase 1, the chromatids have almost reached the spindle poles. The cell membrane then begins to constrict. In telophase 1, nuclear membranes enclose the separated chromatids. The cell membrane completes its constriction. The first meiotic division ends. There are now 2 cells, each with the same number of chromatids as the parent cell. Prophase 2 begins. In the second meiotic division, homologous chromatids do not duplicate but merely separate. In metaphase 2, the chromatids line up at mid-cell, the centrioles and asters are at the poles, and a spindle has formed. In anaphase 2, the now separated chromatids approach their respective poles. The cell membrane begins to constrict. Telophase 2 has been completed. There are now 4 cells, each with half the number of chromosomes of the parent cell.